people having sex in the pool, people laying on our wine bars naked, a couple having sex on the balcony playing games.
The headlines say it all. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God, have you seen the headlines? They're absolutely wild. Oprah Winfrey. Yes, the Oprah, America's beloved talk show queen, has literally vanished into thin air. And get this, it happened right after Diddy got those shiny new bracelets courtesy of the police. But honey, don't let that perfectly polished public image fool you. The FBI isn't just poking around for fun. They've got their reasons, and they're juicy. Everyone's asking the same burning question. Why can't Oprah stay put in the good old USA? And what did the FBI just uncover? Like, literally moments ago? First off, let's talk about Diddy. You know, the flashy music mogul who never met a party he didn't like? Well, he's trading in those designer suits for prison orange. Apparently, he's been neck-deep in some seriously underground business. And here's the tea. He wasn't just partying with A-listers. There's footage, honey. And word on the street is that Oprah's caught right in the middle of this mess.
I was all the way across the country, and I was hiking on a Sunday afternoon, and I met a woman named Angela, who told me that she was going to sit this one out. Now, I know she was immediately sorry she told me that, because I would not let up. So I said, sit this one out. We don't get to sit this one out.
Now, hold on to your seats because this gets even juicier. The whispers started when people found out that Diddy might have been sitting on some pretty explosive tapes. We're talking age celebrities in situations that would make your grandmother faint. And guess who supposedly dropped a casual $75 million to get their hands on those tapes? Oprah. I mean, what in the world would a billionaire media queen want with those kinds of tapes? Nobody seems to have a straight answer, but darling, it's definitely not looking good for our favorite talk show host.
Cameras in all the halls, and seeing that person sneak out around 2 a.m. was definitely a little suspicious. The most shocking example was an incident where the wedding was around 2 p.m.-ish that day. Come nightfall, one of our event staff slept with the wife and ended up getting caught. It turned into quite a big deal with screaming and shouting and all this stuff. He hid in a bathroom in a supply closet until the heat died down, and then he just walked into the front office and walked out like nothing.
And if you thought that was scandalous, wait until you hear what Jaguar Wright's been saying. This singer isn't holding anything back. She's naming names left and right. We're talking Jay-Z, Beyonce, and now Oprah, accusing them of keeping secrets darker than your ex's heart. Sure, some of her claims got her in hot water. Even Piers Morgan had to backtrack faster than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. But that hasn't stopped social media from exploding with claims that Oprah's been throwing millions around to keep certain, let's call them activities, under wraps. I mean, when a billionaire like Oprah suddenly jets off right after Diddy's arrest, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to connect those dots.
This lady has been doing for quite some time. She is grabbing the
shotgun approach.
Well, no, she's grabbing the salacious and very obvious headlines and expounding on them with, and again, I'm only saying this because I heard her say out of her mouth that she saw a video of Stevie J and Joe Budden. So I know.
Isn't it just crazy how fast things can change? One minute you're everyone's favorite afternoon friend, and the next, you're running like there's no tomorrow. Oprah built her whole empire on being America's trusted bestie, the shoulder to cry on, the person who made you laugh, and let's not forget, the woman who somehow convinced us all that we absolutely needed that $400 blender. But now, that friendly face we all knew and loved is being linked to some seriously sketchy backdoor deals. And here's the million-dollar question. If there's nothing to hide, why the sudden disappearing act? Because let's be real, the FBI isn't chasing her down over some overdue library books. This is getting so intense that even Piers Morgan, who usually loves stirring up drama, had to hit reverse when Jaguar Wright started spilling the tea about Oprah. We're talking lawyers swooping in, threats flying around, and content disappearing faster than your ex's text.
You're right, unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves.
But seriously though, if Oprah's as squeaky clean as fresh laundry, what's she running from? Why is this woman, who's known for giving away cars and creating book clubs, suddenly packing her bags like she's in a spy movie? The internet is absolutely losing it. Some people are saying this is all a targeted attack on black wealth. You know, Diddy, Oprah, Jay-Z. Maybe there's something there. But honey,
Last vacation with all of you guys at Palazzo Fuji was so meaningful to me because it was a full circle moment to be able to take all of my friends on vacation. It was really
I said, Kirby and I will pay for our part. She goes, absolutely not. And I said, okay. Thanks, Auntie O. Okay.
let's be real. Maybe not all that money came from the purest places. Let me tell you something. When the FBI gets involved, it's never just a simple misunderstanding. And now Oprah's literally a fugitive. People are comparing this to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, and honestly, it's not that far-fetched if you really look at all the pieces. Sure, we're living in times where fake news spreads faster than gossip at a small-town beauty salon, and everyone with a phone thinks they're Nancy Drew. But sometimes, darling, where there's smoke, there's a whole forest fire. Sure, Oprah's laughed off rumors before. Remember when people said her house was raided? But this is different. We're talking about a real FBI investigation and her vanishing act right now? That's shadier than a palm tree on a beach. And get this, turns out Oprah's been hiding more than just her obsession with avocados. I mean, who needs their own orchard just because avocados are expensive? But maybe that's just how she's always lived, in a whole different universe from us regular folks. When you're sitting on $1 billion empire, I guess you think you can make any problem disappear. But honey, the timing here is more suspicious than your ex's working late excuse. Diddy gets arrested, the FBI starts sniffing around, and suddenly Oprah's gone like last season's fashion. It's like something straight out of those crime shows we all binge watch, except this is real life, with real people, real money, and accusations that could bring down everything. The deeper you dig into this mess, the more it feels like Oprah's perfect image might be nothing but smoke and mirrors. There are whispers that when Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties, they weren't just looking for paperwork, they were hunting down digital evidence. Could our girl Oprah be tangled up in that web too? Hollywood's always been full of secrets, but this one might be too big to sweep under the red carpet. And let's be honest, the internet is like that one friend who never forgets anything. Once people smell scandal, they're like bloodhounds on a trail. Oprah might be a billionaire, but even all that money can't buy back public opinion once it turns against you. And being a fugitive, honey, that's not a good look. Not even for Oprah. It's wild to think about how someone like Oprah, who's been as much a part of our lives as morning coffee, could end up on the FBI's radar. Every new detail that comes out makes things look worse for her, whether it's allegations about covering up evidence, or just straight up running from her problems. None of it matches the Oprah we thought we knew. And maybe that's the point. Maybe we never really knew her at all.
I started to think about where would I most want to go. Maybe I should take all of you with me to the other side of the world. We're going to Australia! We are going to Australia! You are going to
The media circus that's followed is exactly what you'd expect. People are eating this up like free cake at an office party. This isn't just some tabloid gossip, sweetie. We're talking about a woman who was literally the American dream personified. From poverty to building an empire that would make Midas jealous, she had it all. And now there might be a side to her success that's darker than your coffee without cream. We're talking allegations of covering up violence, using her influence to protect It's the kind of story that makes you want to clutch your pearls. Yet here we are, with an ongoing FBI investigation and a media icon playing hide and seek with the law. And let's talk about those connections, honey. Oprah's always run with the big dogs, from Hollywood hotshots to political powerhouses. That's what makes this whole thing so scary. If she's been protecting people like Diddy, who else is she covering for? The deeper this rabbit hole goes, the more it feels like we're just scratching the surface. If Oprah's been hiding these kinds of secrets, you better believe others in her circle are nervous. Hollywood's all about connections, and when one domino falls, well, you know how that goes. What's really telling is how quickly all of Oprah's friends have gone radio silent. Usually, when she faces even a hint of drama, her supporters come running like it's a Black Friday sale. But now? Cricket City, honey. No one wants to be caught in the FBI's spotlight. These aren't just some petty accusations we're talking about.
Like millions of people, I've struggled with my weight, and I've been shamed and ridiculed for it. Join me for a frank conversation about the medications.
Medical professionals were coming out of the woodwork, wagging their fingers at her for promoting ideas that had less scientific backing than your cousin's miracle weight loss tea. But hey, ratings are ratings, right?
Schoolgirl affectations and body movements. Like, okay, ready? Here it is. Like, okay. She raises herself off her chair. Like, I'm just really excited. I'm really excited about this. Okay.
You're so right.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something you haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
It's going to blow your mind.
And remember that time she tried telling Australians they were obsessed with McDonald's? Talk about a PR nightmare. She basically told the coffee capital of the world they preferred Big Macs to baristas. It's like telling Italians they prefer microwave pizza. The nerve! But those McDonald's checks must have been prettier than a sunset, right? The most mind-blowing part of this whole saga is thinking about how Oprah might have been hiding in plain sight all these years. The idea that someone who's been so publicly generous could be involved in something so dark, it's enough to make your head spin. But maybe that's exactly why she got away with it for so long. Who wants to believe their hero might actually be the villain? The FBI's still digging, and you better believe more tea will be spilled in the coming weeks. For now, all we can do is watch this drama unfold like the world's most shocking reality show. Whether she's guilty or innocent, one thing's crystal clear: Oprah's life will never be the same again. Once the public's trust is broken, darling, it's like trying to put together a shattered mirror. Nearly impossible, and you'll probably get cut trying. Oprah Winfrey. From America's sweetheart to fugitive, the world is watching her every move like a hawk eyeing its prey. This isn't just about Oprah anymore. It's about power, influence, and the dark side of fame that nobody wants to talk about at dinner parties. It's about what people will do to protect their empire, and honey, it's a reminder that no one, not even the queen of talk shows, is above the law. Maybe Oprah thought she could control this story like she controlled her TV shows. But the truth has a funny way of coming out, doesn't it? And now, time might be running out for our girl Oprah. Whether she's innocent or guilty as sin, running away has already done more damage to her reputation than a bad haircut at a discount salon. And in the court of public opinion, well, that verdict might be the harshest of all. Like and subscribe for more juicy updates on this scandal that keeps getting spicier by the minute. Leave your thoughts below. We're dying to hear what you think about this whole mess.